Good evening. I am Scorpio Chronicles, and you are watching Kickstarter A Connection. Good evening. It is your host, Scorpio Chronicles, and today is March the 2nd, and it is another show of Kickstarter Connections, the show that introduced you to indie comic creators, artists, and the creative team that are behind them. Speaking of independent comics, if you get the opportunity, go ahead and go over to indiecomicdispatch.com where you can read up on reviews, updates, our top 10 list of different type of independent comics, artists, creators, things of that matter, which give you an idea to upgrade your comic collection with a little bit of independent comics. And if you just feel like you just love what we do, you want to support us, want to throw a little cheese and a little bread at us, go ahead and hit our Patreon and go ahead and support Indie Comic Dispatch because this is what helps keeps our lights on, keep us going, and keep me coming back. But without further ado, we are here again. You already seen the notice on Facebook. You've seen the notice on Instagram. I have one of my brothers in comics tonight. He created his own comic book and his own comic. No one would hire him, so he said, "Let me go and create my own universe." It's called the Soulverse Universe. Siren Comics. I have my brother Tier here. What's up, Tier?
What's going on? What's going on?
The dreadheads of ICD. What's going on?
Dreadheads of ICD are taking over.
Oh my gosh! I said, don't say that too many times. You're gonna give Brett some ideas. He's gonna have He's gonna have all types of stuff going on. He's gonna have the dreadheads of ICD presents this.
I know. He probably already. If he's watching, he's probably like, "Aha! I got it." No one.
And then he'll message me on a Saturday. Have you ever thought about doing this? Yes, Brett. Okay, yes, I'll do it, Brett.
You and Tier could do this since you both have dreads.
I say, hey, it sounds good. Two brothers in dreads.
Yep.
Make it happen. All right, but we are here tonight talking about your Kickstarter, which is doing extremely well.
Yep.
Which as I predicted, I said, I never told you, but I said watch and see on his first night of launching the Kickstarter, he is going to knock out that first goal. I said before the 24 hours is over. And then what I said that night, I said he already hit his first goal.
Yep, it happened. I was shocked. I was like, wow.
I wasn't shocked because I knew it was going to do that. And the same thing with Catalyst Comics. I said, watch. They're gonna hit theirs by tomorrow morning, and surely enough, they hit theirs by tomorrow morning. So the Kickstarters are doing well.
You're in the wrong place, man. You need to be in Vegas.
You know what? You want to know the messed up part about this? I think my family, we're actually good at doing stuff like that. I have to tell this real quick before we get into it. I have an aunt that actually never played lotto. She actually sat down one night and she was watching this big multi-million-dollar lotto drawing. And she just sat there and she just wrote down some numbers. And she looked at it, and how about every number that popped up for that lottery, she wrote down. And she said she has a twin sister. She told her sister was pissed at her, didn't talk to her for almost a couple of years. And she said ever since then she started playing the lotto. So I was just like, I'm like, well, I guess I may try it one day. Do it like a one time. Pick.
When you win, the secret is, and people don't follow this, and of course, Vegas does things to make you not follow this. But when you win, you get to a certain stop. Don't keep going. Just stop.
You go in there, get what you need.
Get what you need. Grocery store. Treat casinos like a grocery store.
That's exactly what I do. I go in the store, get what I need.
I'm out of there.
My mom be calling me to pick up this. I'm like, I'm almost home. I done left the store.
Don't left. I don't even need a list. I already know what it is.
Yeah, I can stop to the next store, but hey,
go in there, you hit your house. You go to Vegas, you blackjack, roulette. Oh, I won this much. I'm out.
Okay, cool. Boom. I got a good 500. Boom. Okay.
I'm out.
I'll drop a 20 on this table. Got another 100. Okay, boom. I'm good.
Yep, I'm out.
That's just me.
Yep.
But yes, of course, we do want to welcome you to Kickstarter Connections here. I appreciate you for taking the time out and doing this interview with me.
Of course.
Of course,
This is
we
on.
do. Yes, I appreciate it. It's an honor for me because I do look up to you guys a lot.
Thank you.
But just to get a good start and tell us about yourself and how you became a comic book creator.
Okay, so condensed version because this could take a bit. So I've been writing since the first grade. So writing has always been a part of my life. Writing and art. I would say since that first grade, I've always written, always created my own characters and stuff like that. I always made my characters look like me. It was just the way that I wrote. It wasn't, it was just the way I did things. In middle school, I wrote my first movie script, which was crazy because I used like the literature, the literature books, how they have the way they script the plays and stuff in there. That's what I used as my reference, and I stuck to that reference forever, even all the way up to high school, where that was where I kind of got my first taste of creating my own universe. I created this title called Anima Knights, and they were pretty much like a Super Sentai type of team, but it was dark. It was darker, like people died. It was like dark, and I actually wrote my first movie for that, which was like 275 pieces of notebook paper that I wrote the script on. So like when I say I've been writing and plotting, I've been doing this forever.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so like I knew then, well, kind of in middle school I knew, but I knew then it kind of solidified it because I saw that not only was I writing, but I kind of started building a fan base too, based off of it, because I would be writing in school and they're like, my friends and even other people who I really wasn't friends with, I became friends with because they heard that I was doing this, right? And they would like take my notebook and just read the pages that I had wrote for that day. And they're like, let me know you write some more. So I kind of started falling in love more. I was like, oh man, this is something that I'm doing and people are seeing it and people are liking it. So I kind of decided to go to school for it.
That's cool.
I ended up leaving college though after 9/11. Went into the Marine Corps, 4 years there. I stopped drawing, but I kept writing. And then I went after the Marine Corps, I tried to go back to school.
Yeah.
My school messed up my paperwork, tried to go back in the Marine Corps. At that time, they weren't taking prior service, and they directed me to the Army. And my first deployment in the Army was 15 months. I deployed in the Marines twice and deployed in the Army twice. My first deployment in the Army was for 15 months, and I had to do something to make sure I didn't lose my mind. I started creating the Silvers inadvertently. And it started off with two twins. And all of that just from me creating those two twins and just me having this super vivid imagination. Everything started building and expanding from there. And the title that I actually have on Kickstarter right now, Cypher Team, was one of the first spinoffs from it. Because I had to find a place to put their parents, in building the past for them, because it was kind of like a time travel story. And in building that past, that's where all these titles ended up coming from. A lot of the titles came later, but it just started building itself. It like became an entity, a living, breathing entity that just started creating itself. Like I'm pretty sure these people are alive and doing their thing. I'm sure. It's just so massive. Like it's alive. They're doing their things, just
like Mr. Glass.
Yeah, exactly. It's wild, and I really fell in love with the creation of the universe. I even though everything started in 2007, I still didn't know if I was going to make it comics until 2009. So like it was like September. I remember the date because in my old Cyber Comics logo, I actually have the date in it. It was like September 9th, 2009. So it said 999, but I decided to drop it because some people were like, is that supposed to be 666 upside down? I'm just like, come on, man. Like, no, it's 39, September 9th, 2009. That's what it means. And so I just dropped it. But people were weird, man.
Everybody, look, let me explain to the audience out there. Everybody is not into devil worship.
Dang.
We're all not a part of the Illuminati, so
Nope.
just
We ain't doing
we
that.
don't do no, we don't do that.
We ain't
No,
doing that. Yeah. So it
no.
was like, so like when I started getting those questions a lot, I was like, let me join and
It
drop it
made you
in.
drop it.
Yeah, I just decided to drop it, and I got rid of that logo. And my
Yeah.
friend Will Focus did another logo for me.
Mhm.
But he looked at it again. He was like, no, I want to do something better for you, because he started looking at all my old logos and saw things that I had incorporated. It didn't help that a lion was a chimera, really.
Yeah.
So having 999 in the chimera, people are like, what? You know, so when he made the new logo, he took all of those things in there and incorporated into it. And he kind of hid the chimera a little bit. That's why some people don't even notice that it has the goat horns coming off of the lion head, but people don't even notice that with the logo. So it's kind of cool.
See, now I got to go look at the logo again.
Yeah.
Now I got to look at this
Yeah.
logo. Hold on. I got to pull this logo up now just because you
Yep.
said that. Because I
I'm
did not even notice that.
Yeah, because the
That's
people would
messed
ask
up.
me, they were like, why that lion edge up like that? And I was like, look at it. I was like, just look at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I see it.
Yeah. Now you see it. Now you can't unsee it. Now you know it's there.
I thought that was his ears.
Nope, that's the goat horns right there, and his ears are off to the side.
Oh, dude. That's messed up because a lot of you who don't know, a chimera, that's a mythical beast that literally has like multiple DNAs. It doesn't have, it has like two of different blood. So I learned that, of course, being some of you know that I do have a certification in crime scene investigation, and we learned that about blood. There is a such thing, it's rare, but there is a such thing as a chimera. There are people out there that has two different DNAs.
Yep.
So
Yep. And,
yeah.
and the reason why I went with the chimera is because I felt like it fit the universe more, because I'm like, it's this diverse, powerful creature. You know, I was like, it fits everything. It fits what I wanted to do with my universe, make this diverse, powerful, story-driven universe. And I was like, the chimera is the perfect monster for that. You know, for the longest, everybody's like, oh, you got a lion. And I remember people tell me, there's so many people using lions. And I'm like, we're fine. I wouldn't tell anyone because I didn't want it to be revealed. Like, I just revealed it in 2020. And I wouldn't tell anybody what it was. They're like, but this person's doing a lion and that person's doing. I was like, you'll find out soon what it really is.
Yeah.
And then when I told people, they're like, that's not a chimera. Then I told them what to look at, and they're like, holy crap, that's a chimera.
It is a chimera.
So like, that's why I wasn't worried.
Not at all. Not at all. A chimera is not a dragon, you all. It literally has. It's a mythical beast with two heads because it has two different DNA.
It has usually they have like the tail of a snake. And then some of them have goat horns. You know, mine has goat horns, the tail of a snake, and a lion's body.
A lion's body, and it's like two. I forgot what the two heads were, but
usually the goat and the lion is usually how it is. The ones with the two-headed ones. It's usually the goat and the lion, but yeah.
Study your mythology, people. You'll get a lot of good stuff with the mythology.
And that right there should tell you all. If I took that much dedication for my logo.
Check out the comics, which is what we're gonna talk about next. Tell us about your project and the creative team that's behind it.
Okay, so my project that's live right now is Cypher Team Issue 1 or Cypher Team Alpha Issue 1. The creative team behind it is myself. I am the character creator, the story creator, the letterer, and the editor. Then I have Mark Marvita, who is my penciler and inker. I've been working with him ever since 2016. We've become pretty close friends. He's actually doing 2 of my other titles too, so he's really intertwined into the universe. And the colorist for that book is his brother, Marvin Marvita, who is also coloring. I think he's going to be coloring. He's covering 3 of my other books because I'm going to have him color Stars too, that I'm inking right now. So, and I've been working with them both for a very long time and became friends with both of them. They want to be on more titles because they really enjoy working and doing things for the universe because they love seeing it build. And so it's like, in my eyes, and I've told them this, they are my lead art team. So it's like, if one on the team, those are the 2 you have to outdo. And if you see in the books,
I've seen the books. I have one of them.
So
Yep, I have Temple High.
Yeah, Temple High. Yeah, they're the artists on that.
Yeah, I have.
You got the you got the orange back exclusive, I think.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
because you're getting rid of that one. I'm just like, let me go ahead
Yeah.
and grab this one right here.
Yeah. Once that
Since you
hits
just
100,
go
it's gone.
like, man, I said, you doing that, Catalyst doing that, they
Mhm.
snatching stuff. I'm like, let me go ahead and get
Yep.
some of these
You,
books
you
before
got
something
to.
really go down.
You got to, especially now with the indie world. Like we're getting
Yeah,
so big, so many people are coming into the indie world. You got to do things to set yourself apart. So
yeah.
I don't have a problem removing books. All my Orange Back exclusives, every single one of them, once they hit 100, that's it. Like once they hit 100 copies, there will never be another copy. So there's an Orange Back exclusive in this Kickstarter. Once it hits 100, there will never be any more.
I
Even
know.
with,
I
even
know.
with
I made sure that I got that one. I had a
you
feeling. I said
did.
he ain't gonna do this orange back no more.
Yep.
Let me grab this one.
Yep. And then like even with this, like this is the old
Yeah.
cover, and this one is gonna disappear this Kickstarter. And you do get the opportunity to get it because I've sold out of these old covers. So everybody who's bought those before, you're good to go. But you might want
Okay.
that new cover. But this one right here, if you don't have the old cover, once this Kickstarter is over with, it's gone. And then it's only going to be the new cover, which is very dope cover. So I mean, the new cover is fire, but that one right there, like after this Kickstarter is gone, even if I only sell 10, it's gone. And those would just be the 10 lucky ones that are brought into the old cover family. The Cypher Team Issue 1 old cover family.
I just feel like I'm being punished for something I didn't do. I'm taking this from you. I'm taking this from you. You didn't get the good grades. So I'm taking this book from you. I'm taking this book. Orange back. No, you can't have that no more. It's going away.
It's going away. It's going away.
Like every time you do that, I'm just like, dang, Tia, come on, leave something.
Yeah, yeah, there's a main ones, and I do have other variants. Yeah, there's other variants that stay around. The Orange Box exclusives were always going to go.
Yeah.
And then with Temple High, I had that Saved by the Bell wraparound, which was like a VHS cover, or VHS dust cover almost.
That's cool.
So that one was a Kickstarter exclusive, but that's probably going to stay around a little longer.
That's cool. I mean, I'll let you do what you do. Yeah. I'll allow you to do what you do this time. But after this, don't be taking nothing else from me. Okay. Now speaking of the Kickstarter, you already pretty much kind of gave us like the history behind, the whole Soulverse universe and everything. How long did it take you to get this particular book or any of your books together, like to come together with the writing, the coloring, the artwork, putting it all together? How long does it take you to do that actually?
It depends. Like there's some times where I'm still working on the script as the book's getting written because I'm like, hey, let's just go. And I'll start giving the pages and I'm still writing the script. And then sometimes because with a lot of my books, I'm in a sense, I'm new to the Kickstarter game in a sense because my first Kickstarter was in 2019. I did one in 2019. I did two in 2020. And this is my first one for 2021. All of my books I've paid for out of pocket. So like, because of that, they've all been slow on the move. So when I started creating this universe in 2007, I didn't publish my first book until 2016. And it wasn't even Cypher Team. It was another book, Orisha Exos. And that was the first book I published. So almost a decade later was when I published my first book. But the crazy part is a decade later is when I published the flagship of the Sovereign Comics universe, which is Cypher Team. So in 2017 is when I published the first Cypher Team book after I published Anima Stigmata. So yeah, it's just been building from there and just building up. And it does take a little bit. We're in the process of trying to make things faster. And that's the reason why I'm leaning into Kickstarter a little more, because there are so many people who have jumped into the universe and jumped into reading the books and they really, really like it. I want to reach out to others who may not have heard about it. And I'm hoping that with bringing more folks on, the amount and the money that we make, not only can I get you your rewards, but I can take that money and put it right back into the company and spit out another book, so it's not like you get the book and then you're waiting. I don't want people to wait for too long because I've had that with some folks. Like some folks will wait, like they'll wait 6 months to a year because they want the book. But I don't want the Soulverse crew and the Soulverse fam having to wait that long. Like I want you to, okay, this issue's done. We'll see you in 2 months. The next issue's gonna be done. That's how I want things to be. So that's what I'm really working towards with these Kickstarters, is getting to that point.
That
So
is, and that is true. That
mhm.
is seriously true. So you don't want to have people waiting for so long.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that's why. Because I've known some people, it takes them a while to get a book
Mhm.
out. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna take a minute for me to get my stuff out. I'm
No,
still putting it together.
no, you got too many people who know what they're doing now. You'll probably get your books out faster than us because we'd be like, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, while we're
And
still making mistakes.
I'm just like, because I'm still looking at the thing,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, oh my goodness.
yeah, it takes a bit
Oh
though. The hardest part is finding the artists,
yes,
because while I mean, I look at that as a two-way street. Since I'm an
uh-huh.
artist as well,
There's
see
Slim down
Johnson,
there.
yeah,
He says fan appreciation.
yeah,
The fan appreciate that. We hate waiting, and
yeah.
trust me,
He's a fan. He's a fan too, and I'm a fan of his books. And so, like,
and I hate
we get
waiting.
it. We do, like, because
I hate.
he's even asked me before.
Hmm.
But that's the hardest part. I was saying, like, and being with the artist is a two-way
Yeah,
street. You want to respect your artist if you're the editor. The editor, the publisher, the writer, and the artist should, you know, you should respect each other.
yeah,
Should pay each other. So, like, don't go for an artist
exactly.
that you can't afford and be like, can I get half? Like, no, pay them what they ask for.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, like, and maybe that's another reason why it takes me longer,
Mhm.
because I don't usually, when I work with an artist, I'll ask them, how much do you charge? And they'll tell me, and I'll say, okay, either I need to save up or we can
Mhm.
do that, but it's going to take a little longer. So don't cancel any of your other jobs,
Yeah,
because I like to pay them what they ask for,
exactly.
because I'm an artist myself, and I
Yeah.
want to be paid what I ask for,
Exactly.
unless I'm coming to you saying, hey, I'll do it for this price,
That is,
but yeah.
yeah, that is truly understandable.
Mhm.
So with all of the things about the artist, that's one of my concerns too about
Yeah.
trying to find a
Yeah.
artist because you
If you
yeah.
can find an artist that loves what you're doing as much as you do,
Hmm.
you found a good artist. And that's the reason why I enjoy working with the Marvita brothers. And also
Hmm.
with Serge, he's a new one that I've been working with. Serge and one of his friends who's a colorist. His
Hmm.
name is escaping me right now, but both of them are the same. Like, Serge really enjoys, the
Yeah,
things that I've put him on. So he's like, he's gonna be working on a book for us soon.
that's cool.
So but that's like the
That is
biggest thing. Yeah.
that is
So
going to be awesome. Now
mhm.
the Kickstarter has already launched, okay,
Mhm.
and it's been in effect. If you all have not been paying attention, because I've been posting like crazy, getting that stuff out there, letting y'all know it's about to launch, telling you that
Yeah.
I backed that thing up. I hope you backed it up too.
Yep.
But I've been it's already out. Can you give us an example of what type of rewards that they could see when
So
purchasing your Kickstarter?
so with this Kickstarter, I pretty much wanted to concentrate mainly on the books for the tiers, but
Mhm.
the cool things that I try to direct folks towards is, because I know we're going through hard times, with everything going on. So I do
Yeah.
have the $2 digital tier, that's there. But I also, for just to get the new cover is $5 and then shipping. And that's
Hmm.
pretty much based on where you're at in the world. And then
Yeah.
there's also the $10 digital tier, where you can get all 5 of our number ones that we have right now, but
Mhm.
it'd be digitally, but it's $10. And then they go up a little more, with different things. Like you
Yeah.
end up getting to a point where you can get the new cover and the Virgin variant, which is an
Mhm.
orange back exclusive, which was only going to have 100 prints. Um, or you can get the one tier where you can get the old cover, the new cover, and the
Mhm.
Virgin variant. And there's only 25 of those. And I think they are slowly starting to peel away.
Yeah.
And then you can get that and then get a poster added. And then the highest tier, you get a Cypher Team t-shirt with it, but you get pretty much everything. You get like all the digital rewards, you get all the physical rewards,
Uh,
and this t-shirt and stuff added on. And then there's of course, the backer goals, and then
mhm.
the stretch goals. So like with the backer goals, if we hit, I think right now we're aiming for 75 because
Yeah.
someone dropped out. So we're aiming for 75 right now. And if we hit that backer goal, it'll unlock a comic from the Raxon universe.
Mhm.
So when that hits, you'll get another creator's comic that they worked on. Delta Dogs is already unlocked. That's from
Mhm.
Millennial Comics. The number
Yeah.
3 comic for that, which is at 100 backers, is for Nightfall from Wingless Concept Moon and
Mhm.
Constant Hustle.
Yeah.
And then 4 is going to be from Ovation Comics. They're Mask #1, and then 5 is going to be from Catalyst Comics with their Tilt #2. And then of course the
Yeah.
stretch goals. So the first
Of
stretch goal is
course.
unlocked, and that's
Mhm.
the poster of the variant, the Virgin variant. So it's a poster of
Mhm.
that because a lot of people saw it and was like, that should be a poster. So I was like, I'll make it a stretch goal. So I decided to make it a stretch goal. That
Yes.
one's already unlocked. So if you
Awesome.
back the physical tier, you'll get a physical poster. If you back the digital tier, you'll get a digital poster. The next stretch goal to be unlocked at 2000 is
Mhm.
going to be the new cover, a poster of the new cover. So if it's
Okay.
physical tier, you'll get that poster. If you back physical tier, if you back digital tier, you'll get a digital version. And then the next stretch goal that I'm aiming for right now, which is going to be at 2500, that's going to be
Mhm.
a collector's trading card. And what I did for stars, I did a collector's trading card. And it's like, it feels like velvet. So my printers, they do this trading card that feels like they have different ones, but this one in
Uh-huh.
specific feels like a piece of velvet in your hand. So I send them with a sleeve so you don't mess them up. So
See,
this the same
I,
way.
I love the trading cards. I
Mhm,
think that is a good idea that they're doing trading cards. Everyone
mhm.
is adding trading cards in there now.
Yep.
I have a couple of them that are coming with
Mhm.
the ones that I back. So everyone, please let's get
Yeah.
these stretch goals
Yeah.
over because I want my trading card.
Yeah. I love trading cards. Like I the first time I did it was for Temple High, and I did
Uh-huh.
it as a tier,
Yeah,
and people loved it. Like they were like, "Oh my gosh!" And I did like
yeah.
I think I was gonna start off with 1, and then I told them that if we reached a certain goal, I would do all 5
Yeah.
of the characters that were on the Virgin variant or the Orange Pack
Mhm.
exclusive. And we hit that goal, and I did all 5, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I had to do that, but I did those in regular.
Say no more.
So yeah, say no more. We'll do
All you
it.
had to do is tell them, hey, say no more. Y'all
Exactly.
wanted it, here you go.
There
But
you
yeah,
go.
that is awesome. I hope you all are jumping onto that.
Mhm,
That Kickstarter. It's we like I said, we've had some awesome Kickstarters since we
mhm.
started the Kickstarter connection. I can't complain about any of them. I have not seen one bad one.
Yeah,
Okay, so I hope you all are jumping on that. So let's see here.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm just like you make me want my doggone stuff now, and I know I have to be patient and wait.
Yeah, just a little longer. We got
It's
like,
just
I think we have 14 days. I think we're down to 14 days. So
it seems like forever. It sounds like you just said 2 years.
yeah, it does feel like it when you're doing
It
a
feels like
Kickstarter.
forever.
It
It
does.
feels
It
like
does feel like it.
forever.
It
But
does.
dealing with Kickstarter still, after this campaign is all over,
Mhm.
can you give us a little bit of input of what's next for Soverse
The
universe
Soulverse,
or
the Soulverse,
the
or just the
Soverse?
Soulverse. Yep, Sovereign Comics, aka the Soulverse.
The Soverse
Yep, the
or
Soulverse.
Sovereign Comics? What's next for you?
For
What's
us,
next?
uh, Cypher Team issue 2 Kickstarter.
He'll be
I'm
back,
gonna tell you,
y'all.
we'll be back. We'll be
He'll be
back.
back.
But like all seriousness, that I'm for real. Like if I only sell 10 of those, if only 10 people get that old cover, I will put the other ones in the safe. I'm serious. Like I literally have comics in my safe right now that I said they will not see the light of day again.
Oh my
And they're in
goodness.
my safe. And they're in my safe right now. So I will do that. I have no problem doing that. So well, pretty much I'll say that to say when Cypher Team issue 2 Kickstarter comes out, they'll be like, oh man, I can probably get that old cover with this. No, it's gone. It's gone forever.
Y'all better get it now like I did. I think I
So
got just about everything on the list.
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Um,
Everything on
yes,
the
you did.
list.
Yes, you did.
But yeah, but I'm just uh,
That's the next one.
stop putting stuff in the safe, man.
I got to. I got to.
Cause you
But
got some.
honestly, I am doing that. I won't do this with Cypher Team. So
Okay.
people don't be like, oh my gosh,
Okay.
he might do it. But for Orisha Access, because that's going to be the Kickstarter that I do after Cypher Team issue 2. And
Yeah.
I think I told you about it. Like I have the one that it was the first comic that I ever printed.
Yeah.
Ever. I didn't print it myself. Like I printed it from my printers that they're still my printers now. And I should have took some type of notice whenever they looked at everything and they were like, are you sure you want to print this like this?
Yeah.
If your printer asks you that, take your stuff back and look at it again. And I was like, yeah, I want to print it like that. But I call that my ugly version. And I think for Orisha Exos issue 1, I'm gonna bring that out and put it to a higher tier. And once those are either sold out or the end of the Kickstarter, then they'll go back in the thing, and I will autograph them too, because they are a very
A memento.
yeah, they're a very bad version of
See,
the books.
and see me, I'm the type of person I like the first bad
Yeah,
versions. I
yeah,
keep those
mhm,
because this is the same. Look, this is how he first started,
yeah,
but this
yeah.
is him now.
This is him
So
now. They,
that just gives you that idea.
the growth
Wow,
point.
I have grew so much.
And that
So that's just
and that's one of the reasons why I want to do that with the Reach Exos,
yeah.
because people will see that. And even though issue 1 is still has its faults, because I
Mhm.
didn't redo the art for the Kickstarter, I may get the art redone, but it still has its faults. But when you look at them, you will see the difference. Like, you will see the
Oh,
difference, and you're gonna be like, wow, this guy has
wow.
grown. Especially if you have any of my other comics, you're gonna be like, this dude has most definitely grown.
Kind of look
So
in the first one, the chimera looked like a cat, but this one, the
yeah,
chimera doesn't look like.
mhm. Yeah. No, it was actually because I had the new logo, and it was big. It was like huge. Like, it was
Wow.
it's a very
See me.
it's
It's
very
low.
indie. It's very indie, and that's what I love about it. Which is, I think that's the
Yeah.
selfishness in me too, in keeping them.
Mhm.
Um, but I like looking at them every once in a while just to see how much I've learned, because
Yeah.
that's the other cool part about indie is people are taking chances and people spend their money on you.
Yeah.
And if you're at a point where you feel like you can't upgrade or you can't learn, oh, I know everything, that's not doing anything for anyone.
Never.
So I look back at that, and it's humbling to me, because I'm just like, oh man, I've grown. We've
Yeah.
grown so much since then. Like, Sovereign Comics has grown so much since then, and we're
Yeah.
still growing and still learning. So it's a
Yeah.
very humbling reminder, and I want to like
It
share
is.
that with folks whenever the Orisha Exos Kickstarter comes out.
Oh
So
yeah. Most definitely. Of course, we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm
yeah.
gonna most likely get that one also.
Mm,
But that speaking of growth, just to go back and see what you've done
mhm.
in the past and look up to now. Like I said, there's a lot of lessons learned
Oh yeah,
in between then,
so many.
in between there. So, and I just like I didn't even know that the independent comic world exists until I came back last year. I'm just like, indie comics, what?
And what's going on
What
here?
is this? And then I
So many
started looking at it. I'm
creators.
like, oh, it is huge.
Yeah, with so many creators.
And a lot of them are starting to get a little more notoriety.
Mhm.
They're starting to do, like, if they're not doing movies, they're doing like their own little shows. And they're getting, like, I know this one gentleman, he did he made his own movie and he
Yeah,
wrote it and everything, and he actually won some awards and stuff. Like, I'm like,
that is
okay,
cool.
it is growing.
Yeah.
So that's good to hear, and to
Yep.
be a part of that and see that happen. That's a part of history.
Oh
But
yeah.
with all of that being said, with the Kickstarter and everything, all the rewards, all the stretch goals that we talked about, all the things that we're going to see in the future, where can they find Cypher Team Kickstarter that's
So
going on right now?
okay. So two easy ways to find it. If you go to Kickstarter, like if you're a Kickstarter veteran, you know how Kickstarter operates. You can go into
Hmm.
the search and just type in Cypher Team, spells CYPHER Team
Hmm.
i01, and it will come up because I'm the only Cypher Team up there, so it'll come up. Or you can go there and you can type in Sovereign Comics, and that'll come up too. You can also go into your browser and type in links, links dot sovereign comics, SOVEREIGN comics.com. And it will take you to my links page where all of my links are at. And the link for the Kickstarter is the very first link. You can click on that and it'll take you there. If you are on social media at the moment, maybe on your phone or whatever, you can find me on Instagram. That's at Sovereign Comics. Look for the orange chimera head. Now I can
Not a
say that.
lion,
Now that y'all know that those are goat horns, the
not a
orange chimera
lion,
head.
not a wolf.
Not a
It's
wolf.
a chimera.
It's a chimera. Look for the orange chimera head and follow me there. And then the link is also in my bio. And it's like that on Facebook also. So if you go to at Sovereign Comics or Sovereign Comics LLC on Facebook, same thing, the orange chimera head. The link is also there in my bio or in one of my posts that I've done because I put the link in there too. So,
or if you also just hit Scorpio Comics page, you can just also see where I have him his in all of my posts, and you can just click there, just go and follow him, and then just go ahead and find a link and just go right there. It's very simple. I have him and all everybody else stuff all over my page.
Yep. If you found this live because of his post, just click that and reverse it back to
you. Already got a good start. You found this live because of my post, because I post.
Yep, you do.
I need to start. I need to make that into a job.
Yes.
So I mean, what is it? What $10 a week or $20 for every 2 weeks? I get charge people to post, and just imagine if I get 5 people. That's another income. You know me, I'm a passive income king.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's another income.
Kind of got to do that.
Oh yeah, you have to, especially with me trying to start a comic. Yeah, I'm gonna need some money. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something. But with all of that being said, I hope you all do take up this opportunity and go ahead and back this project. I promise you, it is how he talks it up. It is what you expect it to be, or it's better than what you expect it to be. So everything is awesome. The artwork, the writing.
Thank you.
Please, everyone, go ahead and back this up. If I don't tell you to back, if I put my name on it, it's something good. Y'all already know I don't put my name on mess.
Yeah,
but
and I love comics, so
yeah,
and I bring a lot of the old flair into my comics too. So
you got somebody who is passionate about what he does.
I love it,
and you can see it. I see it every time I talk to him. So I'm just like, I'm trying to get that passion now. It's coming.
It's coming. Once you do that, once you start seeing the world build, if you love it, it'll start coming up. You'll start noticing it.
I'm sure it will. Well, Tier, we thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Sovereign Comics in the Soulverse universe. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Please go. No problem. We appreciate having you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you taking time out and coming.
No problem at all.
But please go and back his project. That is Cypher Team i01 on Kickstarter.
Yep.
If that is all for tonight, like I always say, stay positive, test negative. I'll see you next Tuesday.